Well, hello there. Out for a midweek hike today. Have got a buddy joining me on the trail, and we are out at one of our favorite spots, Leita Thompson, doing just a short one today. Maybe gonna get around 4 miles or so. But it's a pleasant day, and we're out here to enjoy it. So we'll catch up along the way. Well, it's been a pleasant hike so far. Been a few people out here with us, but nothing that would make the trail feel crowded. One thing I did want to start doing, especially on these trails that I tend to frequent more than the others, so as to not get overly repetitious with the video footage or commentary, is to take advantage of them to share out some little bits of knowledge about hiking, especially for those in my audience who maybe aren't as experienced or familiar with hiking, either through personal experience or through watching other videos. So I will be, taking the opportunity here and there, nothing overly significant, to just drop little bits of information about various aspects of hiking, whether it be tools, techniques, equipment, different approaches or thoughts on hiking. Just my own personal experience and what I've gathered from observation as I've begun this journey and my preparations beforehand. So be consider that, and hopefully you'll find those worthwhile. Continuing on and still enjoying the trail. One of the things I figured I would share with you to start off this new little idea I've got is how do I actually find the trails that I venture out to explore? Well, two main things I use. An app called All Trails, which has both a mobile and web version, as well as both a free and paid subscription version. And it allows for entering in all sorts of various search criteria, searching geographically and such, and can be very useful for finding trails. Also has other hikers' reviews of the various trails, so you can get a sense of them, and I make frequent use of that for searching out, especially for trying to find new trails I haven't done before. And then in addition to that, I am a member of a Facebook group. Specifically, I'm a member of one that focuses on the North Georgia hiking and adventuring topic area. But there's groups out there for every region, every type of activity, and they can provide the information you need. So I'll provide links down in the description of the tools I'm using, and if you want to explore or check out any of those, feel free to do so. One other application I use, you see the results of it on all of my videos, is I use one for actually tracking each individual hike, the distance and course that I take, and that is called Gaia, and I'll provide a link for that as well. I use it not so much for searching, but for doing the actual tracking of the hike, and I take the screenshots of my track to display at the end of the videos. So. Finishing up our second lap. Gonna close things out here. Buddy and I have enjoyed our evening's jaunt out to Leita Thompson, and got about a little over 4 miles in today, and I've enjoyed it. Thank you for coming along with me today, and we will see you on the next trail. Well, hello there. Out for a beautiful Saturday hike as I have ventured forth to Johns Mountain and Keown Falls, and was out here once before earlier in the year. I think it was in February, so we'll see how things go today in comparison to then. The weather is markedly better. I believe I was in the sub-freezing temperatures when I started last time, and I'm out here in short sleeves and shorts, so definitely appreciating that. It's a pleasant day, not too warm. It's in the low 70s, so I'm gonna enjoy myself, and I think I've got something big coming up. We'll check in along the way. Still making my way up the initial ascent up to Keown Falls, and yeah, the views are promising. And you know, I said I had something big coming up. That almost qualifies. That qualifies more. I am 400 miles into my journey, 40% of the way in just under 5 months. I'm feeling good about my progress. I'm ahead of my projected plan of distance, and there's nothing but bigger and better things to come. So we'll see what the rest of today holds. Well, I made my way up the rough stone steps to the top, where I'm at the overlook of the falls. We'll see what our view is like here. Definitely a lot different from last time I was here, where you could pretty much see fully out through the bare trees and even had a good view of the falls, which, as you can see now, is mostly obscured. But we'll get some good views of that later on as we loop back and get down up close and personal with the falls. But for now, I'm going to continue on. One of the spectacular views off to the east side of Johns Mountain. You can see the solid ridgeline out across the way and all the land spread out below between. Definitely a lot more lush and green than it was a few months back. Well, here we have a quandary. This one is too high to step or climb over, and too low to simply duck under. So I think I'm going to have to get down and kind of crawl my way under, which, you know, whenever you're wearing the pack, always makes that more problematic. So let's see how we do with this, and hopefully I don't make too big of a mess. Of course, you're going to get a nice close-up view of the ground as I go through this. Let's see how we do. Well, I made it. That was, well, we'll say fun, and hopefully you buy it. Well, I've made it up the ascent up Johns Mountain to the overlook here, viewing of the west side. And as you can see behind me here, it is quite a picturesque panorama to take a look out upon. So I'm going to rest here for a minute after my ascent, get a drink of water before I make my way along the ridge line at the top of Johns Mountain before looping back down to the falls. So it's been a good hike so far. I'm about 2 miles in, and yeah, I'm enjoying the day. Close to the end of the ridge walk. It's going to be about 1.25 miles along this straight trek across the top of Johns Mountain. By the time I get to the end of it, it's been pretty closed in most of the way. You can see the grass along the sides has grown up and encroached upon the trail, and the growth along either side has pretty much blocked any views. So while I might be walking on top of a mountain, it's hard to get a feel for that given what is around me. But it's been roughly flat, or mostly flat, with broken terrain with the rocks and roots, but no real ups or downs, just kind of a straight ridge walk. So my legs have enjoyed the reprieve, and I will be shortly starting my descent, and the exercise and concentration that always accompanies that type of effort. So just wanted to check in and let you know how things were going. That's a flutter of butterflies across the trail here. I don't know if you saw any of that. See them flittering amongst the flowers. Yeah, looks like they're heading away. Well, I'm about 4 miles in on the hike. Have already started the loop back after reaching the end of the ridgeline, and it's been a gradual descent so far. I think I'm getting close to the point where it takes a more marked descent down as I approach the waterfall and the junction of the 2 trail loops, the Johns Mountain and the Keown Falls. So we will see what things are like there. It's been rather still and warm at the top of the mountain here. Not much of a breeze to stir things up, and so I'm looking forward to the coolness around the waterfall and maybe a little bit more breeze in a slightly more exposed area. So hopefully that will manifest itself, but we shall see as we get there. approach to the waterfall. We'll see how the trail down is. Hopefully it's not too treacherous. I seem to recall I made it fine last time, but you never know how conditions change. And I've made it through. Well, I've reached the point of the trail where the last section of falls is located at. Fortunately, at the main falls, there was another couple there, so I didn't want to stop and take a lot of time to film or comment on. Did get a few pictures, as you saw, but as you can see here, I've got this one all to myself. And we get sun glare. You can still see the top there as it cascades over the edge of the cliff here. It's cool. We got the mist from the water spray. It's shaded. And I'm just gonna rest here for a minute before finishing the last stretch. Good day today. We seem to have come to another section of blowdowns blocking the path. I will say there have been a very large number of downed trees on the trail, especially on the eastern side in the Keown Falls Loop area. Not as much up on the ridge, but yeah, this one's going to be an interesting challenge. Figure out how to get over this one. I don't think I'm going to film trying to get over like I did the scramble under the other one. I may even have to take the pack off for this. We'll see. Well, I'm right around 5 miles in on the hike today. I have right close to half a mile left, and I'm nearing the point where I meet back up with the approach section before the trail splits into the loop. So I'm going to go ahead and close it out here. It's been a great day. I hit my 400-mile mark. I have gotten 5.5 miles in today, or I will have gotten 5.5 miles in today. It's been a good day. Weather's been perfect. Trail has been, other than a little overgrown and downed trees, trail conditions have been good. Hasn't been too crowded. And well, I've got that. But anyway, it's a good day. So thanks for coming along with me today, and we will see you on the next trail.